this one, it's going to reprocess, and I say to do, whoa, what just happened here? All right, there we go. Let's see, where did it go? So now object has no attribute, web page summary results. Oh, let me see. Did I run this? I think I didn't run this yet. Do that. Message content. We do that. Now we try this one. There we go. So that is working now, where we have refactored majority of this code. So we can actually get rid of a bunch of this code. Right? So now our web page summary function is just doing this print thing. What if we were to do, instead of print, we do a, can I do a return? Let me see. What happens if I do a return, right? I'll say just return me a display of the markdown. So let's try that. And now we go to enter that. Let's see if it gives us our text. And there we have it. There we have it. So in our web page summary function, it's just telling us to return the display, markdown, generate summary of the URL. It's probably different. It's probably much better code on day one because it was pre-written, but we were able to rewrite it where we have two classes. We have this class for generating the summary. The generate summary class is using the web page URL class, contents to be summarized. We could also say, where did I put this? If I wanted to put the text, let me think, how would I do this? Returning the markdown, generate summary. What about, let's take a look at this. So how does take a quick look. IPython display markdown. And I want to see how this one works. I would like to say add in additional text. So let me try this real quick. If I say, I want to say, I want to have the title as well, right? Let me try something. Try two things real quick, right? So we're gonna go here. We're gonna say print web web page, and we will say, playing around with it just a little bit, web page dot title. And if I run it again on this one, so, okay, so the title is this, right? And then all right, so we could say then, what if we were to do, let me see if I do, I want to have both of them. Display. Mark down. and I was to say f string, and I was to say, or how does it? Oops, that should be. See how this works, right? Just curious. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want to, let me see. I think there needs to be a space in between it. I want to see if I can get like a title tag, like in big bold letters.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
What's up, Rod Brown? How are you doing this morning? Shout out to Rod Brown at the Nourishing Word. Let's see. All right, so let's run this over again. There we go. So look at that. So we have the title in big bold letters. I think it's too big. Let's do one of these. So we have the title, and we can have, so I'm gonna run it one more time. So it's gonna be a little bit smaller, but we have the title using the markdown to get like a H2. It's two of these right here. And then it has what the article is about. I wonder if I can move this though into the generate summary. Could I move this to or another option is to do, we'll wrap it up after this, but if I say, if I was to go to here, oops. If I was to go, is it making two calls though if I do that? We can do this. So we can say, we can probably make it better, but for now, what if we were to say in the markdown, we would say, do this, put an F string in front of it, generate that. We go like this, see if this is gonna work. We go here, we go here, we go to, let me see. Web page URL, and then we do title. And if I wanted to go to the next line, let me see, line break in Markdown. How to insert a BR in Markdown. Let me see. Try adding 2 spaces or a backslash after the first line. Let me see. Let's see. Let us see if that's gonna work, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Just curious if we can get it all in one line. Not exactly what we're looking for, I must say. I don't, not what we're looking for. I wonder if we could say, let me see if we go with, Markdown is not my strong suit. Go to, and we go here, we go here, we go here. Let me try that. Let's try that. If that doesn't work, we'll just revert it to how we had it before, and we'll call it a day with that. But we definitely refactored it a lot. Go here. No. Okay, well, whatever. We will leave it as that because I don't want it to be like this. What we'll do is we shall. Let's leave it at that. So I'm gonna just, for now, for the time being, right? Because we're done with this project, we're gonna be moving on. So on Wednesday, I want to start writing out my idea for my workflow for content creation. But for now, we will leave this as that. So I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna go display, just so I can get my title, and we're gonna get rid of this one right here. Put this here, and then we will get rid of that. Get rid of that. Not a fan of this, but for the time being, it is what it is. Let's go and try it one more time. Make sure I have everything set up correctly. Let's go here. Go here. Definitely better ways to do it. Definitely better ways to do it. But, you know, we find a way to make it work. There we go. So we have our title and we have our summary. Looks good to me. All right, cool. We're going to wrap it up for today. We'll go back to full screen. And there we have it. We have refactored. Actually, let me show it real quick. I will show it real quick what we did. So we took the code that we used to have. Probably should have saved it, but we took the code that we used to have. We created, we put the imports on its own cell. We put the web page where we're getting our web page address. We're passing in our user agent. We are validating that we're getting between a 200 and a 300 response code. We are parsing it through Beautiful Soup. So that, and this could probably be its own method right here, to parse it through Beautiful Soup, but whatever. And this could probably be its own method right here too, its own function, but whatever. And then here we're testing it out with the CNN article, making sure that we can get the content. Then here we are generating the summary using Ollama. And the good thing about doing it like this, we could easily switch to a different, like this is this is decoupled, so we can switch to a different, what do you call it? A different LLM, a large language model. You know, we can refactor this to use OpenAI. We can refactor this to use Gemini. We can refactor it to use whoever, right? And that's why it's good to have this as its own class where you can make changes for it. Probably, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about passing this actual class into it because it's probably better to not do that and then pass it into it externally. Um, I honestly think it's better. It's probably a better practice to do it that way instead of passing it in here. To pass it in through. I'm gonna do that real quick because I'm picky like that. Let's go to copy, take this out, URL. That way, it is not tightly coupled to a different class. So in here, we would pass in this, right? That way we remove tightly coupling, because if this changes, we just change it here as opposed to going into a class. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I probably have to think about it a little bit more, right? But either way, it is going to work regardless. I do that, and I do that. Let's see, and I do that. Let's do a different article. Let's go to ESPN, because there were some sports stuff that went down. Let's take that. The Bills beat the Ravens, apparently. And I will add a new cell. And we'll say web page summary. Enter. And let's see what it gives us. Boom. Still works, right? So whether we're passing the web page URL class into here, or we're keeping it very, very decoupled and passing it through here into the web page summary function itself, either way, when you're using web page summary function wherever it's being called, I personally like it this way. That way, if web page summary changes or generate summary changes, I don't have to go into each class. Like this class right here, the generate summary class is not dependent on the web page class, and vice versa, right? Because it's still passing here. So all the logic itself is happening inside of the web page summary, where it's saying, okay, where to get the web page from. So I can create a whole nother class called website super duper cool funky summary, and then update here, and it has absolutely no impact on the generate summary. So I actually like the way that I just updated it to. And it still works on the same. And that's the part of coding where this part right here works exactly the same, regardless of what I do in here, or what I do in here. All right. So that is one of the ways that I approach it. All right. But yeah, so that is so we did all of that, and now we're displaying the information, and it prints out over here, and we can use it for this one as well, and it'll do the same exact thing. I can send it for this one too. Let's see all of these, right? There goes this one. There goes that one. All that good stuff, right? So let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me check the
With every step I rise anew, limitless dreams in clear view. No chains can hold my wild heart. I'll stay true, I'll never part. I'm not the one to be told what to do. I'm not the one to be controlled by you. I'm not the one to be put aside. Watch me rise up with my pride. You can laugh at me, you can clown, you can put me down around this town. One thing you can't do is win like I do. With fire in my eyes, I'm breaking through. Take your doubts and let them wither. I'm standing strong, I'm no quitter. They said I was just a dreamer. Now I'm the one who's the leader. You can laugh at me, you can clown me, try to drag me down to the ground. But here's one thing you can't deny. You can't win like I do every time. Can't win. Every fall taught me how to rise. Through the shadows I see the skies. Thunder in my heart won't subside. Stepping up, there's no need to hide. No need to hide. You can laugh at me, you can clown me, try to drag me I'm a player, not a pawn. They may try to cut me down, but still I'll grow stronger through each dawn. You can laugh at me, you can clown me, try to drag me down to the ground. But here's one thing you can't deny, you can win like I do every time.